आदौ रामतपोवनादिगमनम् हत्वा मृगं काञ्चनम् वैदेही हरणं समुद्रतरणम् लङ्कापुरी दाहनम् पश्चात् रावणकुम्भकर्णहननम् एतद्धि रामायणम् एतद्धि रामायणम्. Jai Satchidanand to all the brothers, sisters, all the Ishwar Premi Satsangis and Jai Satchidanand Bhaiji, Pranam. I feel very blessed. Today is Ram Janma Divas and we are all gathered here together to celebrate the Ram Navami. Also to understand what is our dharma. Sri Ram was an incarnation of dharma. He was a personification of dharma itself. And in the beginning of satsang, we always say, Satya Sanatan Dharma Ki Jai. When we are in India, probably we didn't need to tell anybody what are the principles of our Satya Sanatan Dharma because we were in majority. Here we are in minority. If somebody would ask us or our children or our grandchildren, can you please tell me in short, maybe what are your 10 commitments of your Sanatan Dharma? Most of us practice it. We are putting in life. We are living Sanatan Dharma. Day after day after day, our whole life. Our great grandparents lived it. But we were not told in theory how to speak out, how to say out in words. So, our scriptures say Sanatan. Sanatan means it's eternal. There is no beginning, there is no end. There is no one precept. There's no one person who so-called made the religion. It is even beyond religion. In thousands of years ago, we had no word called religion. It was a way of life. Afterwards, the other religions came, so we were forced to say, what's your religion? And we say it was a Vedic religion, Dharma before, then it was Sanatan, and then it turned to be Hindu. That was the name given to us by foreigners. In no scripture, neither in Ramayana, Mahabharata, or Srimad Bhagavatam, or Bhagavad Gita, there is no word called Hindu, Hindu. That was the name given to us, and we carried over. We accepted it. Nothing wrong with that. But we need to understand what is Sanatan. So there are 10 main principles of Sanatan Dharma. And of course, Sri Rama and Sri Krishna are incarnation, as we understand. Also, Lord Buddha was an incarnation. And we consider everybody, all human beings, every life is a manifestation. All the bhajans we learn today is like sun and the sunlight. The sun is like, we can say, father, and sunlight is like the mother. You can't separate sun and sunlight or sun and sun's heat. It's the same thing. So the main 10 principles are that there is the higher power. There is something other than my 5-foot body that runs my life too. We think it's just my no. There is something else other than my 5-foot body that is responsible for everything that's going on. So what we call Paramatma, Jaganishwara, higher power, cosmic consciousness, unified electromagnetic field, whatever name you call, but there is some power which runs the whole universe. It makes sure the sun rises at the right time, sun sets at the right time, the weathers change, and the flowers bloom. So there is that power. You can call it whatever name you want to call it. We call it cosmic consciousness or Paramatma or God simply. Then because there is absolute reality, and because of that absolute reality, we are all relative reality. That's why even in our relationship, what we call relation, Husband is my relation, wife is my relation, child is my relation. It's a relative reality. It's a part of absolute reality. Now that relative reality is made mostly manifested in three parts, three basic characteristics, and the three can be divided into 30,000. But three basic are, we know, the pure is sattvic, very active, rajasic, and dull is tamasic. And we have all the multiple combination of any three. We all have. Like early in the morning, when we get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, sit for meditation, we are in the most sattvic mood, very serene, very peaceful, very much loving, caring, feeling good within. That is sattvic. Then once the day starts, we have to get going. We have to be active, rajasic. At the end of the day, we are tired. We need to take rest. It's tamasic. So we all have that, and then there's a mixture. So those are the three. There's a third factor. Fourth factor is there is a law of action. Like you say, as you sow, you reap. If you plant a mango seed, you cannot get oranges. If you want to get orange, you have to plant the orange seed. So, like that in human life also, if I plant good marital deeds, I will get the punya or good results of that. If I do something unkindful, unrighteous, I need to pay for that. It's a law of action. Nobody can get away from that. So there's a law of action. Then there's other factor, we believe in law of incarnation. That means we believe that this life, so-called the power, is continuous. When the body dies, that power doesn't die. It takes birth again, depending upon my karma. So as per Bhagavad Gita, there are laws of karmas and you have reincarnation. Today, who all of us have met here, we have come here to the Baiji's ashram. We had done some punyas in the past. Otherwise, we won't be here with this divine place. Okay, we were connected before, and we have to continue the journey. And then, since there are four ways to reach my best. What is the main purpose of human life? This is moksha. What is moksha? People have weird ideas about moksha. Moksha means to be happy, loving, peaceful, and free. That is the main purpose of life. But then we all experience that, but limited. If you want to have absolute joy, absolute love, absolute peace, then you need to work on it. That's why Baijis have done that for lives before this life. This was not in this life. Okay, they have done their sadhana in young age. We start now, doesn't matter. We can continue in the future. But this is the seed we have to put it in any time you want. So to be my best, our scripture says there are four ways you can reach your best. Number one is the knowledge, the head, the studying the scripture, understanding it rightly, not why there is problem. So people, dharma is no problem with dharma. Not understanding dharma is also okay, but misunderstanding it. The wars on this earth happens because people misunderstand, they twist the meaning. Here we say सबसे सब में राम है. Whether you say Ram or you say Rahim doesn't make a difference. Okay, whether you Jesus or you say Sri Krishna makes no difference. But people who are very limited understanding, they are the people who make it war. Okay, so right understanding is very important. So Sri Rama is our head, the highest wisdom. Then from head to heart, you need to have bhakti. Sita ji is bhakti, the devotion, pure devotion. And just because we love God and we have bhakti, but we sit and do nothing. No. So God says you have to work for that. So Lakshmana stands for that. So Ram, Sita, and Lakshmana are knowledge, the highest knowledge, the wisdom, the devotion, the worship, and work for God. What we are here doing is, by this is explaining to us, do some sadhana, do work for a higher cause. Good for me, good for you. I will benefit, you will benefit. Everybody benefits. So that, and then other thing also, one of the factor of our scriptures in 10 commitments is there are four parts in our life. Say our life is of 100 years duration. Not everybody makes 100, but suppose we make the best 100 years. Then every 25 years, first 25 years student life, the next 25 your householder, the next 25 is a semi-retired, and then sannyas. Sannyas does not just mean to have orange robes. Sannyas means work for the whole society, for the whole nation, for the international. Okay, Bhajis have done their sadhana previous life, so they have become sannyasi in young life. Doesn't matter. We have a chance anytime to be at that level. So these are the four stages. Then in any society, we require four profession. What are those four professions? Teachers. We need teachers. Every society needs them, whether it's America, Japan, Germany, India, or America. So those are the teachers. Then we need the fighters to defend the country. So they're Kshatriyas. Then we need to do the business or do the management of the whole country, the politicians and the business. And we need the workers too. Okay, workers, people think workers are Sudras, low paid job. No, workers, doctors can be workers, engineers can be workers if their goal is only to earn the food, clothes, and shelter. I go to work, I may be doctor, I may be engineer, but my only goal of life, I earn, take care of me, and the most my immediate family. That they are also Shudras. Actually, we are all born as Shudras. Then, as per our psychological, our vocation, we make our profession. Bhagavad Gita does not say that this so-called caste system, there's most misunderstanding about the caste system. Caste system is not, it's a class. Every society has a class. So that, and last but not the least, the most important that every religion has is do's and don'ts. Do's and don'ts of dharma. That is in Gandhiji's prayer or Vaishnava Janato, everybody must have known Vaishnava Janato prayer. That was Narsimha Mehta's favorite bhajan and also Gandhiji's favorite bhajan. If you know that, you know all the do's and don'ts of the human life. And Gandhiji's this 11 vratas is Satya Ahimsa, ચોરી ન કરવી વણજો તું નવ સંગરવું ब्रह्मचर्य ने जाते मेहनत कोई अड़े नव अबढ़ाऊं अभय स्वदेशी स्वार्थ त्याग ने सर्व धर्म सरखा गणवा आ अगियार महाव्रत समझी नम्रपणे नित आचरवा. We all practice this 10 principles of a harmonious life. We need to understand in our head, get it from head to heart, and then action, put it into action, serve the society in the best way you can. Everybody has something good in them. Okay, everybody cannot give the money, everybody cannot do physical work, everybody cannot do engineering, everybody cannot do other profession. So whatever we have the best in, we find our best, we offer it for the higher power. That is dharma. Dharma is dharayati iti dharma. So dharma of the sugar is always sweet. Dharma of fire is always hot. So what is the dharma of human being? You say humanity. This is manavta, the manav dharma. So we need to become a human being. Sometimes we see human beings, but they are acting as animals. So if we want to really serve our own selves, we need to have our dharma. And in Bhagavad Gita says, once you understand your dharma, also is your duty. What is your duty? We all have different duties at different time in our life. So doing my duty, I can be as a housewife, I will do my duty as a housewife. If I'm a physician, I will do my duty as a physician. If I'm an engineer, I will do my duty as an engineer, as a father, as a mother, as a friend. Anytime, the duty well done, 100%. Now, those are the Sanatan Dharma. These are the 10 principles of Sanatan Dharma. Absolute reality, relative reality, three basic qualities, mixture of the different sattvic, rajasic, tamasic, Four main goals: dharma, artha, kama, moksha, like a house. Dharma is at the base, like a foundation. Foundation of the house. We are building an ashram now. What is most important? The base. Base will never be seen, but that is the foundation. So our foundation in life is our character. Most important part is our dharma, is the character. The four ways to reach. We say karma, bhakti, jnana, um, dhyan yoga. Four stages: student, household, we talk. Professional, again, four do's and don'ts: law of action, law of incarnation, and last, respect all people who may believe in God, may not believe in God, but as long as they act as a human being and not as an animal. That is the dharma, that is the sanatan, eternal dharma, eternal religion is was never it was it's not based, or it's based on universal principles. So as long as there is a universe, this Sanatan Dharma will continue. We belong to that Sanatan Dharma. We have to be very happy and proud and not shy away from calling ourselves, even calling ourselves Hindu. Why you have to be ashamed to be called Hindu? No Christian is feeling ashamed to call himself or herself Christian. No Jewish will be ashamed, but Hindus feel ashamed. Why? You need to be proud of yourself, and you need to give that education to your children and your grandchildren, because they will be the citizen of this country, and they will need to know. I will just finish in one sentence. The Hindu, HINDU, four letters. We need to know what that stands for. And then you can say, nobody will say this, something is wrong with that. Being H, honest, hardworking, humble, in harmony, and humanitarian. If we have those qualities, yes, I'm proud to be a Hindu. Then EI, integrated. What I think, what I feel, and what I do, what I speak and do should be in one line. Noble character, most important. Noble suffering. Even if you, Bhagwan Buddha said, even your suffering is noble, because that will lead you to the higher power. It will lead you to your self-realization. It will lead you to salvation. And D, divinity. We are in the divine life here, center. Bhaiji is teaching us how to live divine. And we are fortunate to be here. We accept that divinity within, but we need to grow it. We cannot be, if we are in the bud form, we have to be, look at the beautiful flowers. They bloom. We also have to bloom. We have potential. And Bhaiji always encourages us to bloom. So divinity within, duty, devotion, determination. Yes, I can do that. And discipline. Unity in diversity. This is the basic principle of our Sanatan Dharma. Unity. We don't fight with different, beautiful differences. If you have to eat the same thing every day, same thing, nothing different, you go to the store, so many kinds of cereals, so many kinds of bread, so many kinds of fruits. Don't we know, we enjoy variety, but there's be some unity in that. And unique, we all unique. We have to enjoy our uniqueness, understand each other. Don't fight for no reason. And unfolding, there's unfolding beautiful life within. We unfold it. And I'm sorry I took a little extra time, Panji.
Very nice.
Thank you.
Surya.